What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of. Wait, another episode.
What episode is this?
Oh my god. What is up, my Bill? Welcome back. We are here with Manga Zion,
What up,
Awali
it's
Comics.
Awali.
How are you doing, dude?
I am doing really good. I had a nice, fantastic day today. It's quite easy compared to the last 4 days, which was Comic Con.
You can even hear it in
Yeah,
his voice.
my voice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is a special, kind of a special edition because I was supposed to interview him at Comic Con usually because I do a 2 minute, 3 minute segment. But this dude over here said, you know what, dude? Let's do something a little bit different. And now here we are. He actually took me to the beach.
How much fun?
Yeah.
Nice. I took him to the very rocky beach. It's not the best beach in Cape Town if you're looking for that scenic movie-like view.
He has a partner, so
But,
don't cry. Okay,
But it was-
two
it was-
dudes hanging out.
Dude,
Okay.
chilling. But it was fun. We had to fight off birds today.
Yes.
So that was cool.
Yes,
You got to experience Cape Town
Cape Town,
seagulls.
Cape Town, nobody told me about seagulls that eat your food. I was not prepared for seagull eating food.
They can get hungry.
Oh
They
my
also
gosh.
need to find their way.
Oh my god. Yeah, but they must pay. I paid a lot for that. Anyway, bro, I just wanted to talk to you about how was Comic Con for you? How was the 4 days? How did interactions and things go for you, man?
Like I usually say, Comic Con is always good to me. I really enjoy Comic Con. The audience is really good. The audience is growing for what we do, for what I do. And so Comic Con keeps seeming to get better and better for me. This year, it was my biggest Comic Con ever, even compared to Joburg, which usually has like a lot more people. Because this year I got to do something outside of Awali Comics, which was the city's event. And there was a color in the wall, and I kept getting feedback that it was really positively taken by the crowd. So I'm very happy for that. So
I wanted to
it's
actually get
nice.
a chance to vlog it, but I didn't get a chance to vlog it. But I saw the wall; it was huge. Like, how many people worked on that?
So I don't know the complete team behind the building and getting everything printed, but all the art was luckily I had time to do it luckily. So all the art is here. It's just
Oh, it's just you.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was fun.
okay, cool. Geez, that's a lot of drawing. Like, how
It was fun. It was fun.
You
It
might
was-
have carpal tunnel.
There was literally a day where I drew 24 hours. It's not just that project that I worked on in that 24 hours, but it was it's such a new and different experience for me to do something this big. Um, and it really felt like a step forward in what I'm doing as an artist. It felt like, again, I don't know if I'm a good enough artist to say this, but it felt like some of the grinding that I did paid off a little, in a sense that I got to do this beautiful thing, and I got to be a part of the convention in a way that wasn't just about me. So it was really cool. It was really cool.
Not a good enough artist. You've been working at Comic Con for how long now? Anyway, so we also got to see. It's going to be in some of my vlogs because I
Mm.
did get to vlog that.
Mm.
We also got to see some of the animation stuff that you were doing
Mm.
for Siriwatsu and all of that stuff. So you were saying that it was a small team and all of that stuff.
Yes, yes.
People will probably see it, like some of it in the vlog and everything. So how long did it take you guys to put that together?
Oh, that was such a long process, which was unnecessarily long because of me. Because again, I had this massive dream to make my manga series. I won't bring it with here, but I mean, hopefully you can show a piece of it
Yeah,
with
I'll
you.
probably have a picture.
But
we'll have something. Will be.
I will send you footage and you can roll it in.
Yeah.
But it has been such a grind to get that project going and make it happen that it often took me away from the animation that was also meant to kind of promote the manga, the anime. Sorry, the manga, the Afro manga. And so, although the project could have been done within 6 months' time if I had put my focus just on that, it was something we worked over for the last 3 years. I had to get good enough to keep up with Caprica and all of that. And Caprica Animation, so just two guys, Jimmy and Caprica that worked on the animation, and then I did the editing and I got the voice actors together. There was absolutely no funds involved for this. So taking 3 years, I think it's fine for people that have no money and have other things to
No,
do as
other
well.
productions
So-
take 3 years. Like, I mean, Villain Saga's been gone for how long?
But yeah, so like it really was a tiny team. And what we came up with, yes, it's not Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, and I like saying this, or the latest episodes of Dragon Ball Super, but for me, what we came up with.
Here's the
Uh,
thing, super. What do you mean super?
oh, Dime, or whatever anime you like that you think is the best illustrated thing ever in the world, solo leveling, which is Korean anime. It's not like we don't have a team of about 300 people, even team of 20. We were a team of two, and both of us didn't study animation. We both grinded our ways and tried and made our own thing, and animation isn't our full time thing. But Caprica came to me and he wants to do this. He wants to do this with me because he reasons he want to. And yeah, we came together and we really wanted to push this idea forward that maybe one day what you see here as a concept anime, which is about 5 minutes long, 4.5 minutes long, a concept anime.
Which is a lot of animation. That's a lot. Five
Thank
minutes is
you.
a lot.
There was also many times and hours that I was just illustrating and trying to get things right there. But I really wanted to showcase, especially for the people that supported me, that we are working to take things further.
Mm.
And where it goes further is obviously not just up to me, but I will push and hopefully people join along the way.
Mm.
And I want to give them something which was dynamite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, tough question.
Mm.
Favorite character in season what?
Oh, you can't put me on a slot like that. The thing is, it's always changing. So when I'm writing Siribatu and I'm coming up with the characters, there was always this switch between the four main characters, which was Zita, Diallo, and Senzo. And I know for many people, Diallo and Ayana come across as the main characters, but in my brain, I don't think that way about these characters because each of them play a pivotal role for me personally within the series. And although Zeta and Senzo are more quieter characters, seem to be more background characters, they are pretty much pivotal. So when I say main character in Series 1 2, and everyone's mind goes to Diallo because he's the loudest, but I'm always thinking about the four of them because the four of them, the way that I sort of wrote them is they are sort of they fit with each other's opposites in some regards. Every
Oh, so
single
kind of
one
like
of the
a Teenage
characters.
Mutant Ninja Turtles
I
kind
would
of
say
thing.
maybe something like that, yes. Because in my mind it would be okay. I'm busy writing Zita's story, right? And I'm fleshing it out in the importance of her in the series, for example. I'm like, I really love her story right now. At this very moment, she's my favorite child because I know what's going to happen to her. I know what she's going through. I know the world that she's connected to. And then on the opposite end, I'm writing. What seems is obviously when it comes to the first volume, Ayanda and Diallo take center stage, right? Because of the way that they are as people, but that's because that's the character. In the hindsight, in the background, if it's Zeta, and I've gotten people that say their favorite character is Zeta, and you would just like you'd be surprised because in my mind, I think I haven't written Zeta in the limelight yet, the way that I would want to write her, or the way that I'm planning to put her in the books yet. And then you get people like Sinzo whose story isn't yet fleshed out, right? But I know his story. I know he's going. I know his importance to the story. He isn't just a foil to Diallo or a guardian to Diallo, which he is in the books. I mean, he is a sort of they're the same age, but he acts as the older brother. And they are very brotherly. They're basically best friends since forever. Um, he's a very strong story, he's a very strong character, but I haven't not written, I haven't shown it to people yet in the books, and I can't wait to show that part of Caesar to people. And it doesn't change much of his character, but it showcases why he is the way he is towards Diallo. So I can't choose really. Um, I would say Diallo, but then I was like, no, but I love Shinja in this part. That's not shown yet to people. I would say even Ayanda, even though she's a very strong character in a sense that a lot of people might not like her because she comes across as very brash, or maybe she comes across as too. Um, I don't know what the word is. Maybe annoying to Yara because she's always like bickering
No,
with
but I
me.
mean, Diallo be running headfirst
He
at
is,
monsters.
he is, and she's very. The thing is, in my mind, I'm thinking this girl has gone through a lot in her life, and she's very responsible. But then you get to know a little bit. I think there are records in book two or book three that's just come out, volume three that's just coming out.
Well,
Where
no spoilers, but be
okay,
careful.
but okay, volume three, no spoilers, but a little bit of her relationship with Diallo is explained through
Okay.
words of Zeta because Zeta is getting to know these people a lot better. And why I speak about Zeta so much is like pay attention to what's going on towards her. That's all I will say. And you will pay attention to more what's happening in a mind in volume three, right? But never forget Senzo. He's an amazing character. And there's a lot more to come of him, even though you've only seen a lot of Diallo and you've only seen a lot of Ayanda. Zeta is coming out with a little bit of body free, a little bit no what more. So I can't pick. Maybe the old. I'll just be general and say the old man.
Okay, safe choice, safe
The
choice.
old man.
So another thing that I got, we were having like a very interesting
Mm.
conversation in the car on the ride here and all of that stuff when you kidnapped me and took me to the beach.
There we go. That's how it means. You can't come to Cape Town and just see buildings. That's not fair. You have to see the environment a little bit.
He's even making me doing this so that we can get to the mountain in the
We
back.
have to advertise the mountain, guys. Let's go.
Like Cape Town needs more advertisement. Oh my
It's a
god.
beautiful city.
Anyway,
It is.
yeah. So we were talking about how what is it like to try and crack the industry a little bit,
Mm.
like how is it that you're going to sell your books and all that? Because you have a kind of an interesting
Mm.
approach in selling Siriwatu,
Mm.
where you do the whole Senzo and Zita
Mm.
and Yalo and Ayanda, 4 kids. And I don't know the whole thing. I've only
Mm.
heard it like twice. But yeah, we were talking about how what does it take for like in South Africa, and I
Mm.
don't, and I'm not saying this to, hey, I live here. I don't want to dish here,
Mm.
but like we kind of have a thing where we love something when it's international.
Mm.
I mean, we saw it with Dr. Malinga. Like he made
Mm.
one song that was a huge hit,
Mm.
but it became big overseas first,
And
and
then
then
big,
we
yeah.
kind of, and then we
Mm.
kind of. That's the only the one thing that I know
Mm.
or whatever. But I'm sure there's other examples. But you were like we were saying that we're trying to crack the code because one of the I guess he's a mentor to both of us,
Mm.
Clyde Beach. Please look up this guy. Follow him. He is
That's
a
amazing.
freaking legend
He
in the
is. He
South African
is.
comic book industry, especially. And we as South Africans do not pay attention enough to him. We just don't.
Mm.
Him and Loisum Kize, all of those guys. I know they have 20K or whatever on Instagram, but they should be having like a million
There we
followers with
go.
the stuff that they've done. But anyway, like we were trying to say, he was trying to ask like, what's next,
Mm.
right? And you were saying to your point in our conversation that is, you have to be good, which is, I mean, is
Mm.
crucial. But do you want to elaborate on that? Like,
So I've been asked the question this weekend was how do South African artists that get there's two questions that came to me. Maybe I'm answering the second question. Maybe I'll answer your first question, which was my opinion on how we as a South African audience have our material respected on an international level. And one of the opinions that I sort of always had, and I always found it, if I see it as an inauthentic thing, other people could mean it, other artists could personally mean it and mean what they say when they say um, representation matters and all of that. And it's really is important. The representation in capacity does, um, to some regards, matter in the material that we engage in, right? But CO2, as I've been told, does feel representative of a South African audience to some regard, right? But I didn't have that in mind when I was doing it. I was trying to, yes, reflect the audience around me, but that's because that's the people I grew up with. I always felt like the only way that a South African audience is ever going to respect the word that South Africans make is by giving them a product that's good enough to be international. I'm not saying I'm there, but I'm saying that my strive and my grind is to be good. There's no other form of conversation happening in my head. You understand? There's no other form of conversation that I want to have or sort of entertain. And yes, I do want people from South Africa, from all backgrounds, to look at Siriwatu and think to itself and think of themselves within those characters or love those characters for who they are and all of that. And I want you, for example, to look at Zeta, right? You dark skin, Zeta's light skin person. And I want you to love the character. Right? Not just because she looks like me or she's my same gender. I want you to feel something for this character because she's a person first in the reflection on the face that she has. And how do I do that? I do that by writing a good story, by having good visuals to go along with the story, as good as I can honestly make them. And I'm always striving to be better. So that is my opinion on this night. My opinion on this night is we're not going to have a cheat code as South Africans. We're not going to have a cheat code because of the rest of the world sees us as Africa. The rest of us is black or colored or whatever, right? That's not the cheat code to get in. Colored people are gonna make it because we make colored material. Right? You're gonna have to make a good book. You're gonna have to have a book that a Japanese person reads and this is yellow. He looks at Senzo and he thinks of Senzo as I reflect myself or I wanna reflect myself in that character. I wanna be the strong, sturdy character that's a bit soft in some ways. Or I wanna be a hot headed yellow, but I'm not colored, I'm not white, I'm not whatever you think of yellow. Right? I'm not that person, like reflection wise, but my character, my heart feels like that. So that's my intent with the book. Am I successful in it? Only the audience will know. So the problem we have in South Africa, my personal thing is, problem that I think we have in South Africans is, and I'm aware of this, and then this is, I think that's become my job right now as a not a content creator, sorry, a mangaka or an Afro mangaka, or in some it was a comic creator, is building an audience in South Africa with South African people become an audience as well. I don't know. It's rather the production of an audience in South Africa. So I found that a lot of people in South Africa, comic book creators themselves, they give up because there isn't an audience for their work, and so it sort of becomes this feedback loop, which is I create a book, not enough people buy my book, so I stop creating, and so South African manga, South African comics never become a thing because the people behind it feel that burnt out feeling, and so they try something new, they try a new comic whatever, and then that doesn't work, and it goes on, and then they get further in this thing somehow. They end up illustrating something on a wall, and then that becomes it, right? The career continues. I'm just saying that they pivot from creating stories because stories is not what the rings in the brain. So our problem is it isn't a problem that has anything to do with how do I put it, the we need to make our content good enough so that the audience in South Africa wants our content. That's how I feel personally. I don't know if I'm there yet, but my goal is to do that. My goal is to take Siriwa to a level where people that love shonen, people that love things like Naruto, people that love things like solo leveling and all that. Solo leveling is a bit more mature than Siriwa to fall within the Demon Slayers or the Naruto age bracket, right?
People would argue that solo leveling is not that mature.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of it. But anyway, I truly believe the same way the Koreans cracked the code, which was they just made really good things, South Africa needs to make really good things. And they can't focus on a politics of some kind. There's obviously politics in a book. There's obviously politics within a character. Maybe politics within a character is a better way to go than politics within a book. But I think the only way that we can produce things is to produce really good things. And there's a lot of South Africans that crack it. There's musicians that crack it. There's movies that crack it. Like District 9 is a really, really good movie. It's from South Africa, maybe South Africans cracked it actors. People obviously still talk about it, right? And now they make movies here because they know South Africa is a good platform to make movies. Do we have minimum movies still? They need to make it international. Of course we do. We still have to crack that.
Uh-oh, I shifted to the camera.
It's good.
I'll cut this part. I'll cut this
Okay.
part. Let's just make sure we're still in frame. Yes. Okay. We're still in frame. I will cut this part.
So they framed up, moved up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But as you were
in the
saying,
book,
that,
in the book, in the book realm, I know Clyden have practical with the audience. I do feel like I've practiced a little bit with the audience. But are we in the hundreds of thousands? No, we at least not in, we just began in the thousands or something like that, right? So we kept it a little bit. I know the audience will love my work, right? At least the audience that that the book is supposed to, the young adult audience that is into the narrative type of vibe, into the coming of age type of stories, but with a bit of more flair in the background. It's like more action adventure type of thing, maybe a little bit more darkness, a bit more horror. I didn't see what to. Um, but I I truly feel like we need to just create the best products we can, put it out there, and understand that we have to build an audience. And then if one cracks it, more people will come and say, okay, South African content is good. They will look at the next book. So if you can do it as a collective, that's even better. But that tends to be my goal now. It's the only way that we're gonna be successful is to create an audience for our content, and to do that, and I'm being long-winded, but to do
No.
that, we have to be creating the best that we can.
Yeah, I mean, also if you got to be authentic to the thing that you're creating.
Mm.
I think if somebody is going in to make a political book, as long as they're actually doing that for the reason that they're supposed to,
Of
not
course, of course,
supposed
of
to.
course, yeah.
I wouldn't say supposed to. If they're doing that because they want to do that, rather
Mm.
than okay, this is the popular thing that will get me
Mm.
money. I think as a creator personally, that's when I think somebody will be able to smell it. Like they'll be able to
Mm.
smell that you want to do a political story because you think it makes money, versus if you're trying to do a political
I
story
think
because you
that
actually
that's the.
believe in making money. Like,
Mm.
for example, as a creator myself,
Mm.
I am conscious in the choices that I'm making when I create leads, when I create
Mm.
like as of right now, all my original IP, most of them are black characters.
Mm.
Most of them are black
Which is
characters.
perfectly
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
You're writing from the heart.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because the
Mm.
thing is like I like essentially I'm a little bit of an egoist myself
Mm.
personally because I'm like I'm making okay, this is what I imagined I would be in this story. That's kind of
Beautiful.
where I'm writing from at
Mm.
a standpoint now. But the thing is I am writing something that I genuinely want to write,
Mm.
and like deep political things, maybe you'll see them in my work, but that's not like the forefront of the thing that I want to make. Like the forefront of the thing I want to make is what if Dragon Ball Z was like this? What if Naruto was like this?
Mm.
That's kind of where I'm writing from. So what I'm getting from you is that you should be authentic to the story that you're telling.
I think
Like, and I
that's
think,
exactly what I'm saying. I
yeah,
think again, I'm not saying that I'm doing it correctly because if I was confident enough to say that, I would be selling millions of copies of my books at the
yeah,
moment, right?
yeah,
But I'm saying that I feel like the way I consider the way that we could do it is to only make things that are absolutely the best that what we can do. And if a political story is important to you, like genuinely important to you, then you're going to write a good story.
yeah.
If you are trying to write a good story but you add in politics that has nothing to do with you, that you don't believe in, that you don't care about, the story is not going to be good because you don't know how the people around that politics feel, right? So it could be any type of politics that you feel like, say, you the international wars that are going on right now, right? Say you have no opinion on that, but you know it's very popular amongst certain groups of people, and you want to add it into your book. You're not going to do it in a way that makes them feel good. You're gonna get those people that really care about those. You're gonna make that point care about your book. Your book feels authentic. Same with like if you insert a black character into a story where you know nothing about black people, you know nothing about the culture, or you don't know how to insert a black person, and you make a black person a caricature in the book instead of a person. Black people are not going to be like, I'm going to read that book. How many people, if you're from America, for example, how many people have seen black characters in American movies and felt like, I don't feel like this character is really something that I care about. Like this doesn't feel like a real character. But when we were, I used to watch. I know he's a controversial figure now, but no one used to care about the color scheme of Will Smith. No one used to really care about the color scheme of Eddie Murphy. Right? We all knew they were black, but we loved them because who they were. But now it's almost difficult to see a black person in the movies like, oh, you really because you're black. So it becomes a, in essence, it is important to have people of different skin complexions in movies because it tells people or the general audience this person is normal. But if we insert them in such a way, the opposite happens. More problems come about, more issues come about. Instead of resolving the issue of normality, we're making those people characters to be hated by a different type of audience that maybe don't look like them. And even people that look like them hate that character. So how does that work? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a complicated
Mm.
thing. There's a lot of facets to what we're discussing right now. But I think the most important thing is that as a creator, as a storyteller, like how you are with
Mm.
Siriwatu, you're authentic to Siriwatu. Like Siriwatu is the way you're telling it is the way you believe you should tell it. You're not
Mm.
trying to. I mean, following tropes and things in writing is important because tropes exist for a reason. I
Mm.
know people see tropes and they go, "Ugh," but tropes exist for a reason. But it's like trends is
Mm,
the danger. If you get what I'm saying. Like
mm,
for example, let's say that it was trendy to have an Ayanda, right?
mm,
Let's say it's trendy. You shouldn't be writing an Ayanda because it's trendy. You should
mm,
be writing an Ayanda because you feel Ayanda is necessary for the story.
mm,
So I think that's where a lot, that's where some, maybe some creators, I don't know who, but I've seen maybe sometimes that you're trying to jump on a trend and make a story that is trendy
mm,
versus making a story you actually care about. And that maybe you're lucky that could be something that is trendy in
mm.
any way, but it's not, you don't create from a trend. I'm not creating from a
I
trend.
think the privilege that I have within the writing space, maybe some creators might not have. I mean, I'm not perfect. There's a lot of cultures that I still need to learn about more. To talk about people's cultures more, you need to learn about them more, right? Um, but the way that I write the characters, I'm remembering people that I grew up with. You understand? I'm remembering people I grew up with. I'm remembering how they were, and I'm amalgamating them into characters that feel real and feel authentic.
Yeah.
To me, like if they don't feel authentic to you, like if you're a black girl and you don't feel like Yanda represents you, then it's free to say. Like I can't tell you you need to be represented because I'm not writing from a point of representation. I'm writing from a point of character. Um, but if you are a black girl and you feel like Ayanda represents you, then beautiful. If you feel like Zita represents you because she's more quiet or she's more reserved in a sense, even more beautiful. Because that's my intention is to write character first. That's always been my goal, and it just happens to be that my characters are different colors, or complexions rather, not than colors. Um, but it's good. Make the story good. It doesn't matter the color of the character's skin, obviously, but if you are a black African or you are colored or you are an Indian, you are a different complexion, even if you're white, right, and you want to write a character that looks like you, please do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying write the character that is yours.
Mm.
Write the characters that are, go to your, I think I like saying is, look at your grandmother. Put your grandmother in the book. Like you know your grandmother's wacky. Why
Yeah.
don't put that wacky grandmother in the book?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
type of thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Understand?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, look. At the end of the day, like you were saying, the thing is like write the character that is yours, and I think
Mm,
that's an important lesson to take from this because I think, yeah, the thing is that at the end of the, like for example, if a movie comes out, let's say Black Panther,
mm,
for example, right, and you don't care about Black Panther, you don't
mm.
care about a Black Panther type story at all. I do. I'm a big fan of
I
Black
know he is a
Panther.
massive fan of Black Panther.
So, but now you say, okay, Black Panther is big. How do I also create my own Black Panther when I don't really care about how Black Panther was formed
Mm,
or what Black Panther means to certain people? You're gonna come off inauthentic.
mm,
So I think, yeah, to Ziad's point, is just create something that you actually believe in. I think
mm.
because that's how you lasted this long with City Watch. To be honest, like it
It,
hasn't been an easy journey. I can tell.
it's been a grind, and the desire would have been obviously every artist's dream. Again, like you, I'm an egoist in a sense. Like every I feel like everyone that's an artist, it's they aren't really egoists is lying to themselves. Because
We're all gonna compete and do
when
long.
I say we've been watching that too long. When I say egoist, I mean you want people to admire your art. I'm not saying you self-absorb so much in the sense that you're distant from the universe or the world, but I'm saying you want people to, maybe you don't want people to look at you, but you want people to look at your art, and you want people to say your art is good. You want people to really love your art. I am that way. I want you to love my art. And I want you to love my books, my stories. My stories are not for everyone. Of course, everyone maybe likes horror movies, which is a lot of gore. Maybe people want that. Or maybe people do want serial killer. And I want people to, as much people to enjoy it. When I started this thing, I thought it would be much easier because no one was doing it at the time. I thought, okay. But I didn't realize by doing it first, or being one of the first people to do it, that there's a real grind behind it to even create an audience behind the material you're producing. I remember the first time, I'm almost done, I'm sorry, I'm almost done. I remember the first time when I came up with the book was like, I only buy Marvel, I only buy this. I don't know, what is this? I never even touched South Africa. South Africans even like these things, this is so ridiculous. This is really comments that I got, right? And I can't blame those people because we weren't producing anything that they were interested in. And if you are, I don't blame the audience for what they don't want. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't blame the audience for what they don't want. So I'm gonna have to make them run what they want,
Yeah, no, I
right?
mean that's basic.
Right.
Yeah, that's basic goods and
So
services. Like I can't
so
if I go to McDonald's and McDonald's I order a Big Mac and McDonald's gives me a quarter pound.
exactly,
That's
right.
not what I asked for. So
So this been the grind has been how do I be authentic to myself and also give the audience what they want. So I love what I do, and so I try to find people that love what I love, and that audience is slowly coming, and it's coming because I'm giving people that's coming for volume three, and it's almost done. I mean, it is done, but it's not polished. I promise it will be out at Comic Con Africa. I will have it out. My voice is gone. I will have it out, but it's 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 been a grind. It has been a fun grind, and it's slowly pushing through.
yeah.
The seed is there. I
Mhm.
can start to see the leaves.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man, well, I think that's we've covered everything that we needed to
Yeah.
cover. The only thing is, well, links will be in the description down below, so you please have to go follow Awali on
Please
everything.
do. Please do.
Please go follow Awali on everything that you can find him. I'll put the YouTube channel. I'll put the Instagram. Is there any place where people can get City Watu
You can
online?
currently get it on Amazon, and you can get it on my website,
Okay,
awalicomics.com.
I'll send the traffic to your
Let's
website.
go. And
Amazon doesn't need any more promotion. All right. So please let us know what you think. Talk to us in the comment section down below, and then all of that good stuff. We had a lengthy discussion. This is the longest Comic Con interview I've ever done ever.
this was
So
fun, though.
yeah,
I got to share my opinions with everyone
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
this
Usually we
point.
just talk for 2 to 5 minutes or whatever, because I don't want to be taking you away from customers in your
No,
store.
man, there's just the fishy and the mountains over here. So it's
Yeah. So yes, please make sure if you like this video to go check out another video that I have up here. I got a playlist down there if you want some more Comic Con content and all of that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Again, please go subscribe to Awali's channel.
do.
Please go subscribe to Awali's channel. Links again in the description down below, and we'll see you all in other videos because we have to be out for now. Can't speak English. Out for now. Peace.